Hello, 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 hello. I am back. I am back. This is Dr. Conti Terrell, your queen, Dr. Conti here. Thank you so much again, everyone, for the fantastic, amazing birthday gifts, celebrations, cards, cash apps. Balloons, deliveries, calls, text, emails, all of that. What a blessing. What a blessing. Listen, if you are watching, let me know that you're watching. Say hello to me. And then let's chat. Let's be interactive. How we're day 25 of the new year. How is your new year going? Are you making some of the things that you want to happen? Those who do resolutions, how are you doing? Usually by now not doing too well with those resolutions. But we don't do resolutions. I've been on all month talking about 12 months to a better you. And listen, this is the first year that I can remember or think. I don't think it's ever happened, actually. This is the first year that I've gotten so many compliments and inboxes and stories about people incorporating their children into the first month and speaking stuff into existence in their lives. And I think that is amazing. I had one lady talked about she had her granddaughter speaking about college. I had another lady saying that her son was having some problems with being social, so she was helping him with that. Another parent helping their son with affirmations, and speaking positively. So many people have incorporated this with their children, and I think that's just absolutely amazing. Start them off early, speaking power into their lives and speaking over their lives. So thank you so much. I'm getting choked. I've been talking all day. Thank you so much for doing that. And so now, you know me, I'm a visionary. So my mind get to going. It's like, we might need to do some type of 12-month to a better you for children because they are doing so well with this. And I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. So if you're watching, say hello. Let me know who you're watching. Tell me what your name is. Give StreamYard permission for me to see your comments. This is 12 Months to a Better You. We're just on day 25 of the entire year. This is every year you'll have to do something. Hey, Kenneth, I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're doing well and staying safe and staying well from all the variants that's going on out there rather. And so I'm talking about this new, well, it's actually since 2018 when I became an international bestseller for this book. Good. Glad to hear you're good. Glad to hear you're good. I am too. And I have been speaking into my life. We're on day 26. Day 26. And so everyone that has been following me and doing this, I have been getting some really, really good comments on how it's going for you. So I want to leave you with 3 tips on speaking powerful and why it's so important to speak powerful in your life and some things that you can do to change. First of all, limit the labels. Watch yourself. I did a live, I think one day last week, and I was saying, really watch yourself and tell somebody that you're doing this so that they can hold you accountable. Because even my friends will say, did you just say that? No, not you, Dr. Conti, not Miss Speak Positive, not Miss telling everybody to speak dictate a different thing over their life every day that's powerful and positive. And so, but we all have to watch, as I said, the thinker, because what we think eventually comes out of our mouths. And so reframing, we haven't got to the reframing yet, but number one is to, watch those labels, limit the labels. Oh, I'm so lazy. I get really lazy at the end of the day. No, maybe you get a little tired because you've been so busy, but you're not lazy. Let's not say lazy. I used to say all the time, oh, I'm so clumsy, because I tell you that I can trip on a flat floor. But I had to stop saying that. I had to stop saying I'm so clumsy. People say, "Oh, I'm so disorganized," or I'm just pathetic with money," or I'm terrible. I'm a terrible networker. Whatever you're saying, watch what you're saying. So limit the labels. Do not label yourself. So if I am saying something that you do, say ouch. Say ouch. Put it in the text. If you're watching now or if you're watching later, say ouch. Let's have a communication and conversation, because we all do it. We all do it. So in order to really get those things to start manifesting in your life, you have got to be careful with what you say and what you call yourself. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. You are so right, Kenneth. Ken, I'm telling you, you dead on it with that, because you speak life, and that's what this is about. 31 days of speaking life, speaking positively over your life. And I have had so many people on day, I tell them in the group that I talk to, mark where you start really having problems. Some people start having problems around day 7, day 8, like right after the first week. It's really hard to keep saying, because you have to say something different every day. And so it's like, okay, I've spoken over my family, I've spoken over my kids, but that's the whole point, is to get in the habit of really still empowering you and watching what you're saying and pouring into you and speaking life into you, and not death, not words of death, not those labels. Also, rephrase problems as opportunities. Rephrase problems as opportunities. For instance, if you have a lot on your plate, and I do a lot of this with Margie Warwell. She has a lot of good techniques on speaking positively. And so if you're having, for instance, a lot on your plate, instead of saying, oh, look at this as not just a problem or a challenge. Oh, I just got so much on my plate. It's such a bad time. I'm so busy. It's too much. I can't handle it. You're feeding more stress and negativity in your life. Again, speaking death in your life, speaking things that are not uplifting. Instead, look at it as an opportunity to delegate. Learn to delegate. Look at it as an opportunity to learn to prioritize. I am huge with prioritizing. Because I'm constantly with a lot of things on my plate. So I compartmentalize and prioritize. Those are my main words I use all the time. So again, if you have a bad boss, oh, he's so bad, he's so mean, he's so angry, look at the opportunity. Instead of making it a problem, change your problem, rephrase your problems to opportunities. This is just getting you ready for the next level. Look at it as, this is me learning how to deal with people who have personality disorders, or people who are people when they're angry or mean or ugly. A lot of times, most of the time, it has nothing to do with you. It's all about how they feel about themselves or what's going on with them in their lives. So look at it as the opportunity to see that this person is someone who has their own issues, and it's not you. Call those things that are not as if they were. You are so on it. Yes. Yes. And that's what this is about. I told the people who are doing the challenge, they were trying to say things that they were doing. And I'm like, no, this is things that you're not doing. This is things that you're not. When I talk about, all of my bank accounts are just overflowing, that I can give freely, purchase freely, give freely. That's speaking it into existence. That's calling what is not into what is. When I talk about the fact that I don't want to tell y'all all of them, because I got some main things that's coming out that I'm speaking into existence. Yes. So when I say that I am overtaken by blessings, I'm speaking that. When I said last week before my birthday, I am claiming that I'm going to be out celebrating and people are going to shower me and take me out. I was talking, but even when you're talking, you know, there's a saying that there's some truth to every kidding and joking. I was just talking, but I was serious. And look, I had eight outings, not eight people, 8 outings, and one outing with 10 people that I had not planned, but I spoke it and it came to me. So don't get mad when you see people living these lives that they're speaking. They're believing it, they're trusting it. I always say you can't be what you don't see. You got to be able to see it. You got to be able to know that this is possible. Know that you can have these things, speaking it into existence. So the next thing, the third one, is to replace the shoulds with the coulds. You know, when we say I should have done, you know, yeah, that's a waste of a word, really. What about changing it to I could have done? Because we always could have done something better or different. Or even when you're talking to somebody else, well, you should have did this. That sounds very negative. That sounds very judgmental. But if you say, well, you could have done such and such, could have is more empowering. That's saying, you know, that person like, yeah, you know what, I could have done that. Even if they felt like that's not something they could have done, you're speaking that you can, that you could. I don't allow the word can't in my office, because you can do all things with God who strengthens you. So I don't allow that word in the office with my clients when I just really can't, Dr. Conte, I can't. Oh, no. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And so I have enjoyed speaking life into me. I do this every year. I do it every day, but it's so fun every year to be able to write something down differently. As you know, I told you guys, I showed you my other 2 books, 3 books that I've had from 18, 19, and 20. No, 19. When did we start doing this? We started doing this in 18. So my 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I have 5 books. And I go back and I look and see a lot of those things are that I said in book 3, or 2, they just come natural now. They're just stuff that I do, that I speak. And it's so, when you start doing this, let me tell you what else will happen. It becomes so obvious and even irking when somebody else is constantly speaking negative in their lives, or constantly downing themselves, or downing somebody else, or downing their future, or downing their kids, or downing their possibilities, downing their opportunities. It becomes, I'm like, really? No, don't do it. I would call people on it in a minute. I really will. I call you in the carpet, because like I said, I don't think people realize that they're doing it, or it becomes such a habit or the norm. What you say you will have. Yes. If you possibly done it this exactly, that's a good one. That's a good one too. If you possibly done it this way, instead of saying you should have done it this way. So rephrasing problems to opportunities, limiting the labels of yourself, and replacing your shoulds to your coulds. So these are just some different techniques to start walking in your power, speaking life to your existence, and pulling and manifesting those things that you want, whether it's a new home or a new career or a new job. Start thanking God and claiming it. I am so excited. I have a new career. I'm so excited. I love my new home. As Kenneth was saying, speaking those things that are not as if they were. All right. So I'm coming every day. We have 6 days. What we got? What's the day? It's 26. Tomorrow's the 26th. So we only have about 5 more days. And then we go into the challenge number 2. This is 12 months to a better you, because there's 12 challenges that you have to do each month Teach my high school kids a positive language, a different way of thinking. Good, good. I teach my good. That's wonderful. And they need that. They need that. They need somebody teaching them. And that's what I said this year. So many parents have gotten involved, but not just for themselves. They have their children speaking life into their lives. You know, that they have friends, that they don't have, that they're not bullied, that they are doing well in their classes, that they are doing well in sports, that they are doing well with friends. Because you know, right now, this is a hard time, and kids get bullied, and they're insecure because so much is going on social media, and they try to compete with one another, just like adults. So starting them off early, pouring into them, speaking over them, letting them have the ability to learn how to have affirmations and speak into their lives is amazing, and it's big, and it's wonderful. And I'm so glad that so many of you all are doing that you've incorporated your children in this. Next month is healthy relationship month. Most of you guys know that I am a healthy relationship coach. I am also a trauma coach. And so I've helped those who have had toxic relationships for almost over 25 years to be able to identify them in them, and then learn what it looks like to be in a healthy relationship, learn what it's like to enjoy good, healthy love. So I'm excited about February coming up. You have a whole new challenge. Now, you can't stop speaking it positive and speaking life into you when we get into February. You have to continue each challenge throughout the entire year. But when we get in February, we're going to be talking about how to relate well with others, learning how to relate well with others. And so I'm going to give you a task to do to learn how to relate well with others. And we'll be talking about some relationship stuff. I've got some good things coming up that I want to share for those who may not know how to have a healthy relationship. What I found is men and women, and believe it or not, sometimes men more than women, when we have been hurt or in toxic relationships, we don't know how to respond or act to somebody that's healthy. We bring the toxic way that we have been operating into a healthy relationship. And then healthy people don't have time for that. They don't want it. They are like, you will lose a healthy person quicker than anything when you start bringing all of that toxic nonsense that you were accustomed to doing with somebody who was a narcissist or who was not healthy. Hi, Oprel. Speak those things into being is like seeing your purpose in Technicolor. I like that. I like that. Absolutely. Calling your purpose into existence. You know, knowing your purpose is a good thing. First of all, knowing your purpose, learning who you are, why you're here. There's nothing better than living my purpose every day. I'm telling you, it's nothing better than that. So if you don't know your purpose, please get with me and let's learn it. I have a segment that's coming out. It's called Learn, Live, and Love Your Purpose. Learn, live, and love your purpose. Yes, old baggage, bring old baggage. As they say, old wine in new wineskin. You can't bring old wine in new wineskin. Sometimes you have to stop, unpack some baggage. Stop going from trip to trip, meaning person to person, relationship to relationship, before you unpack some of that baggage, because you bring it into somebody else's life and damage them. And then they think everybody's crazy, everybody's bad. No, everybody that you may be attracting is bad. And sometimes we are attracting the wrong thing because we're so used to operating like we have been operating with that negative person, with that person who is the narcissist. You have to learn how to speak different, probably not speak so much, listen more. Also learn how to, I had a client to say to me, she was dating somebody healthy after dating somebody that she was in trauma with. Thank you, Kenneth. He said, you own it tonight. God speaking through you. Praise God. Thank you so much. She said that when she got dressed to go out, she said, I don't think he cares about me because he didn't say anything about this dress being too short. Everybody else I dated, the last person I dated would have been, where you going with that too short dress on? And I said, it doesn't mean that he doesn't care about you. What about he may be a healthy guy and he sees it, but he wants to know that you know how to conduct yourself. He's not controlling. He's not going to make you wear what he wants you to wear, but he wants to know that you respect yourself enough to carry yourself like you are a lady that has a man at home. So a lot of times we do things under the guise of how we have operated with that person who was toxic, who was full of drama, who was full of chaos. I always say those who are starting after a toxic relationship, a bad breakup, a bad divorce, a lot of times they come to me because they really don't know how to identify what healthy is. So I have a Real Love After Trauma page because I want to help people identify, no. This is not real love after trauma. This is just more drama. This is just more drama. And so I know at some point in your life, everybody wants to have a good relationship. But there are things that you have to do and change to attract that type of relationship to you. And we're going to be working on relating well to others next month. And I'm not even talking about just with relationships. I gave you guys a scenario. Relating well with others mean it could be a business situation. It could be, a stranger. How do you relate with people or to people? I had someone that I spoke about, very, very talented person, very gifted, very talented, but has a horrible way to relate to people. You will lose business. You won't get no business. People don't want to it's too hard to deal with people who are problematic. Because for no reason. Just because they don't know how to relate to people, because more than likely they're still angry at something that's happened. And like Kenneth said, they haven't unpacked that baggage. The same thing when we're not speaking positively about ourselves, when we're constantly condemning ourselves, constantly speaking negatively about ourselves. That means there's still some growth there. There's still something that you have got to learn and heal and grow from. So I just want to encourage you to speak life, speak positive over your life, continue to dictate the things that you want. If you want a new husband, call it into existence. This is the year. I already said, this is the year I meet my husband. This is the year. This is it. Look, whatever it is, if you want to start your business, this is the year. Speak it. If you want a new career, if you want to become an author, speak it, but also call me because I have Fresh Spirit Publishing, a publishing company. So we can help you get that book. We can help those things, that thing for sure, come to fruition. But start speaking it. All right? And I promise you, you're going to be like these people who have inboxed me. I get inboxes every day on how this has truly been a blessing in their lives, just this simple exercise, and how they have truly been seeing their lives change. And not even just of course you want to see your life change, but just their attitude about things, the people that they draw to them. And dictating things that will happen, and how you look at things and how you receive things. It's all very, very important. It all makes up for the things that we cannot control. There are going to be things that you cannot control, but everything that happens is 10% of what happens to you, and 90% of how you respond to it, how you see it, how you speak over it, how you decide to let it make or break your day. All right. So keep speaking positively over your life every day, something different for you and your family. Handle it. That's right. Handle it. Because, things are either going to be in your power to change or not. And so if it's in your power to change, you must do something about it. If it's not, you got to release it to God, the one who can. We are the managers of our lives. He is the owner. There are going to be things that you just have no power to change. You have to release it to him. When I first moved to Houston, I still had my home in Atlanta. And so I hired a leasing agency to manage it, a management company to manage it. And I rented it out. And there would be times when things would happen and they would handle it. They would handle it. I didn't even have to know about it because it was things that was within the management's jurisdiction or, ability to take care of it without even bothering me. That's what I was paying them for. But then there happened to be times when things happened and the manager said, you know what, I'm going to have to call the owner on this. This is above my pay grade. This is beyond my scope of ability to make a judgment on this. The power to change is the power of vision. Yes, you have to be able to see it. That's why I say to be it, you got to see it. Great, 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 great. Yes, 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 Oprah. But there was times when there was nothing that they could do. They called me because it was out of their hands, and then I had to make the decision on how I was going to handle it. The same thing with your life. You are the manager. God is the owner. Manage and handle those things that are within your power and release and surrender to God those things that are not, or your higher power. I choose to call him God and Jesus Christ. But choose to allow the things that's in your power to change, to be able to be changed by first speaking it, saying it. I had someone to say, well, I don't have any hope. I'm out of hope. Well, there's been a lot of times, trust me, that you get to that point where you feel like you're at the end of the rope of hope. Well, you better start speaking that you got a lot of hope. You better not speak you out. Speak that you have. Speak that you're well. People say, how are you doing? I say, I'm well. I always say that. Oh, I'm doing well. Does that mean I'm not having problems? Please. Does that mean I'm not going through a challenge? No. Does that mean things aren't hard? It could be. It could be that day. It could be a great day and nothing's going on. But regardless, I say I'm well because I'm speaking it into existence. Well, all is well in Jesus Christ. It's well. It's going to be well. If it ain't well, he got it. He got me. And it changes how you see things. Sometimes things happen, and I'm telling you, my staff will tell you this. My friends will tell you, look, I'll sit back, cross my hand behind my head, look, kick my feet up. Y'all can't see me. I got my leg kicked up. And say, I can't wait to see how you handle this one. I can't wait to see how you fix this and handle this. Because some things we have to just give to him. But when I say give it, I mean let it go. Let him handle it. And speak power over that thing. It is handled in Jesus Christ's name. God got it. He's fixed it. It's over. It's already done. The blessing is already here. It's already done. So I hope you guys are really changing how you see things, changing how you see other people, changing how you see situations, opportunities, challenges, and taking your power and making them what you want them to be, how you want to see it. I promise you it's going to make your life better. That's why 12 months to a better you works. That's why it works. All right. I love you all. Be blessed. Have a phenomenal, restful night. And I am going to get ready for bed myself. All right. God bless you. Say hello to me if you are watching. If I said something that I'm right on point with you, let me know. Let's talk about it. If you disagree, let's talk about it. If I stepped on your toes, say ouch. All right. Good night. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you so much for joining. Good night, April.